Hi, my name is Juan Salazar and I'm the editor of Dataconomy.com. I'm sitting here with Stefan Kühn, who is the lead data scientist at codecentric. Welcome, Stefan.
Hi, thanks.
So yeah, I have prepared a couple of questions for you. The first one is the most simple one, the simplest one. What did you present yesterday at Data Natives, and what inspired you to give this presentation?
So my talk was about visualization and communicating data and results of analytics. And the reason for this, it's basically because it's part of any project, it's part of internal communication, it's also part of analyzing the data. And in order, well, to reach a broader audience and to make, well, visible, transparent and understandable what we analysts are doing, it's definitely necessary to be good at visualization and communication, and yeah, that's what the talk was about, and that was also the motivation behind. Yeah.
So it came from your own personal experience, from your personal need as a data scientist and in your work life.
Definitely.
That's good, because I wanted to get into what your role is at codecentric and also generally what codecentric does.
Yeah, codecentric as a company is coming from as an IT consultancy basically, and but we became a little bit more diverse during the era of big data, because then it was a lot of things going on. No SQL databases arrived, so a lot broader view on data itself. So it's more like collecting data in various forms, making it available for different purposes, and analyzing it, of course. And so that's why we moved from just building software to building big data infrastructures, and now that's more or less my role, building a data science team and building competence for analyzing data and as well as communicating the results. And then my role is I'm the team lead of this analytics or data science team. And well, on the other hand, I should also explain what I'm doing. So basically tell the world codecentric is also now a participant in the data science community, and yeah, so that's the role.
You also take on a role of being an advocate, sort of, like for codecentric.
Sort of, but in our company, the idea is always to, we have a kind of expert model. So basically everyone is an expert for something, and experts, well, it's also expected that experts can go to conferences, give talks about their work. So basically from technical stuff, inner workings, and but also to the higher level to well, explain the big ideas and not only the technical algorithmical details. So okay. I'm a mathematician, and I've been working in academia for a long time, and so, well, I did very technical stuff, and on the other hand, yeah, so I'm not doing it just for its own purpose. In the end, we want to solve problems, we want to generate business value, and yes. Yeah, that's it.
Okay, you mentioned then, of course, as a team lead, your role involves managing a team. How do you go about managing a team of data scientists, sort of engineers? Like, how do you assemble them? What sort of skills do you try to give them, so on and so forth?
Yeah, growing a team it's really difficult, and it's for me it's also something. Well, I never did this before, so not in academia. It's a different field, and but here it's more or less what we try to do is to really have it. We really want to be a team. So basically all decisions are team decisions, and we try to incorporate every opinion and every view on it, and we really try to have diversity in the team. Of course, we require a certain skill level. So currently, well, it's not intended, but all of us have a PhD in mathematics or physics. So there's also quite quantitative background behind, because that's what makes data science working. And it's not by accident that it's called data science, because it's the scientific method inside, basically. Yeah. So that's why all of us also have a background in academia, and yeah, and growing the team is more like. The most important question that we want to answer is when we hire someone is this the one you want to have sitting next to you, working on projects, collaborating with? Can you really imagine this to be happening from the next day on? So
yeah, definitely. Because you're going to end up spending so much time working with this person and working on pretty high level stuff. So you want to be able to also to both like this person and be able to get along with it, but also have sort of the same work ethic or work framework.
Yeah,
it's interesting that you mentioned that you moved from you started in academia, you did a lot of research in academia, and then you moved to business. You did this transition successfully. What kinds of tools or what kind of advice can you give aspiring data scientists or let's say academics, young academics who are working in academia and want to make that jump into business, for example?
Yeah, first of all, you need a solid background in mathematics, statistics, or some quantitative methods at least. So that's what you really have to have. And of course, some coding skills are also required. But I would not put too much focus on this, because what I've learned when you leave academia and start in the business world, there's a lot more communication going on. There's a lot more about making things work without too much struggle, and it's not. And the decisions are different. Yeah? I mean, in academia, you always try to quantify things, and you want to prove that you're correct. Yeah? And in the business world, it's more about there's one important thing: you have to get things to work. Yeah? And you have to get things to work as a team. Yeah. So for me, it's also a lot about communicating things and being able to be part of a team. And that's typically something that in academia there's not much of a focus on this. You can learn it, but it's not it's not what makes you successful. In academia, you have to publish papers, and you can really focus on your own. But in my role currently, the focus is definitely on the team. Yeah.
Okay. My last question would be, why did you decide to join Data Natives? And now that it's been the second day of the conference, what was your favorite moment, let's say, of the conference?
Okay, the reason why I joined, unfortunately, I missed it last year, but this year I decided, okay, I have to come to Berlin. It's my first conference in Berlin, so apart from scientific conferences in former times, but I think one of the biggest reasons is that it's really a diverse conference. So you have people here from students up to CIOs, head of data science, and there's a lot of different companies, small startups with interesting ideas, and also bigger companies, for example, IBM with Watson. So there's really a lot of things to see, and a lot of interesting people to connect to, and and we also. Berlin is also, from our company codecentric, is one of the two locations where we want to focus on data science. The other is Hamburg, where I'm located, and so, that's basically the reason why we're here. And the most interesting moment. Basically, it's when, for me it was quite impressive when I entered the stage and I saw this very huge audience. It's very cool. So I really like the location and the how you assembled everything together here. Yeah, right. I really like it.
Thank you so much for taking the time, Stefan.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Thanks.